There we go. And ladies and gentlemen, patriots, bourbon lovers, and privacy purveyors, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And joining me and Bell on a very oddball Saturday night stream. This Bell, I don't know if you guys have met Bell before. Go ahead and wave. You can just wave. She shows up on screen. Yeah, we were going to do Funhouse Massacre tonight over on OmniFlix, but since they rolled over the media node, there's to the active media node, there's been some issues. And I was like,
technical difficulties on our end.
No, and I was working with them for, every time I cross my legs now, I think about that picture of Gavin Newsom. Did you see that, what he did, where he was doing that complete layover, leaning in, and his legs were crossed? I was like, boys can't do that, man, because we have, balls, and it hurts. And it really makes me question an awful lot of stuff about him. But we're not here to talk topical politics either. That's going to be starting on Monday, by the way, guys. We're just... we're crypto people. Obviously, we're building in the space. This is what we do. But it's so boring right now to talk about, and people are so jaded and just burned and ripped and all that other good stuff. And there's just no real point, and it's just not fun. So we want to get back and we want to have fun, and we do got the big studios. We want to use it. Oh, little treat here. I don't know how this is coming across, and I would love to have you guys' opinion on it. So I have a shotgun mic that's hanging up here over the middle of the room, and it's actually turned on right now. So I was worried about feedback because obviously I'm talking into the big dog and I'm not talking into the little one, or I'm not talking into the shotgun mic. But I'm just a pacer. I like to pace, and I hate giving up that, meaning I have to Joe Rogan it and just sit here. I don't like to do that. I like to pace when I'm trying to make a point. And getting into politics, there's a lot of points to be made. So I'm not sure how that's coming across. So as of this moment, we're going to say this is number one. So when you type your response, if you type your response, it's Striker. How's it going, brother? We haven't seen you in a long time, man. And yeah, Siggy Cloud is going well, but how's the audio right now? This is on number one. How because we're going to be pushing into a whole new segment of audience, and we want to make sure that our best foot is forward. We're kind of working out this stuff. Two changes. Obviously, one, I have to reposturize myself, so this is very uncomfortable. Sitting, bar stool sitting without leaning back. This is very, very uncomfortable. But how's the profile? And I know that these are the shirts that I used to wear 2 months ago, and they're like balloons now, man. I have lost quite a bit of weight, but we're going to call this one. Now, here's the little ad that we have over here. This is me talking underneath a shotgun mic. Now, it's clipped just out of frame. And yes, I know I'm cutting Bell off, but the shotgun mic is hanging right about here. It's just a little bit out of frame. I have the settings turned down. Call this number 2. So if you're going to comment on the settings, this is number 2. But the other cool thing that we have here is a PTZ camera. And if I hit the button, the camera will scroll over here with me. So we're going to have to take some of the crap out of here, Bell, and we're going to have to build this up over here and make it look like a interviewer's corner, so that when I walk over here, and doing this, assuming that this is even somewhat workable. But I when I pull the camera over, I want to make sure it's got a clean frame on both sides of the studio. So how's the audio on number 2? Because, again, I do like to stand up. I'm a hand talker. I love to do all this stuff, particularly when I'm getting back into topical politics and the light side of the news. We're going to be doing both of those things. But yeah, I'd like to know if this is even somewhat workable. Do I need to tune it up? And if I tune up the shotgun mic too hard, is it going to cut off from the Shure sit-down mic? So that's just what I'm wondering. We only got a couple people on here. We're not expecting many on a Saturday night, because Bella and I do movie streams on Saturday nights. We don't do live streams. So I'm just kind of curious what you guys think. So 1, that mic. 2 is sitting right over here. Is it workable? Is it doable? What do I have to change up? You let me know. And we're certainly going to make that happen. So what do you think there, Bell? You're listening to the whole thing now. So, I mean, it's not like you don't have it either. We can tune this up. And then tonight we're all about bourbon tasting. I've been promising that for a long, long time. We have four. I have four on the bench that we're going to be testing. There is a Still Austin cask strength standard bourbon whiskey, but this is their topper shelf. We have this Jack Daniel's single barrel proof poison. This stuff is battery acid, man. I mean, even me as a veteran bourbon drinker, this one makes me shiver just a little bit. But we're gonna put that on there because if nothing else, funny is good.
Pretty sure everyone else could see my visceral reaction to that one.
That was harsh, man. We have a Frey Ranch weeded version, and I set this one aside for a special occasion because this was actually a birthday gift to Belle, which she left over here. So it's a Whistle Pig 15. And I think we'll be finishing up with that. I don't know. I'm on the fence here, Belle. Do I finish with the Whistle Pig where I'm already tuned up because that's a lot of bourbon? And so I think the specialness of the Whistle Pig 15 is going to be lost on me at that time. Or do I simply start with the Whistle Pig 15 and work my way down to the battery acid? Which direction shall we go here?
I would start with the Whistle Pig. Actually,
start with the pig. I should have brought a shot glass instead of the Siggy Privacy in Your Pocket bourbon glass. I should have done that, but I didn't, and it's too late now. And here we are. So all right, and
I'll make sure you have a shot glass in the studio next time.
Yeah, I want it to say Siggia. I want the Siggia logo on it, Siggia Cloud logo on it. I think that'd be fun. All right, any audio feedback, Belle, before we actually get to drink? Okay, go.
So Siggia fan on mic 1 was saying, okay, no feedback sounds. Audio on 1 sounds good. Bud chiming in. Number 2, little quiet, but still clear.
Okay.
Siggia fan on 2, the sound quality is good, I think, but the volume level does not match. It's quite a bit quieter.
All right.
I can hear it.
Yeah, hang on. I'll crank it up and match it. I don't know what this is going to do, so you guys got to be nice here. All right. Belle and I, this is number 2 again, guys. Belle and I like to test in production. All right, this is what we do. I got a hunch. I'm looking at my meters right now that's saying that this is entirely too loud and probably too echoey. Let me tune it down a little bit, but you guys can go ahead and talk amongst yourselves. Let me crank that to just about there and there. All right, this is down about 10% from where it was just when I started talking. So when I first started talking, I'm looking at red lines and compressors kicking in and everything constantly. How is that? Versus this is down about 10% from where that one was. So how is this? So the first one, we're going to call that number 4. This one, we're going to call number 5. Which one worked for you? Did number 4, which was blowing out and compressing and everything, is that the one you prefer? Or would you prefer number 5, which is the one that I'm talking into right now? Because that's all we're trying to do is really make full use of the studio, because nobody does that. I mean, I spend a lot of time looking at a lot of things, a lot of podcasts, a lot of everything, and nobody really makes full use of their space. But I think it's because most people don't have a space as large as we do. So we'll wait for that one. All right, Belle, any last little feedback before I get to drinking?
So for me, the volume on 4, it made me wince a little bit. I mean, okay. It just, there wasn't quite an echo, but I had that kind of effect.
It was too loud. You're saying it was too loud. There's not enough bass response on it, that kind of stuff. Is that where you're going? Okay. How was number 5? It was down about 10% from there.
5 was better.
Okay.
5 was definitely better.
Okay. Well, then we'll wait for everyone to get back to us. And Belle, got to ask, what will you be indulging in this evening?
I have a bottle of Field of Dreams.
Okay. What kind of booze is that? Does it say on the label or anything?
It's a small batch bourbon.
That's it?
Is actually, yeah. Just okay. Small batch bourbon whiskey from the most famous cornfield in the world.
Iowa?
Yeah, it's an Iowa bourbon.
Oh my God, you remember that Iowa distillery? By the way, I'll take orders for you guys if you guys want to get into the bootlegging business. Belle and I found a little obscure distillery here in Iowa. Do you remember that one, Belle?
I do.
It was about 30 miles south, and then you go into that little 2-lane road. It felt like we were doing the watermelon crawl going back in there. Yeah, there's a little distillery there, and they make two things. They make, what was it, Bell? Bourbon and vodka. I mean, that was it.
No, 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 no. It was bourbon and rum.
Bourbon and rum. So for what it's worth, for the price, and I'm hoping that we get it because it's a small batch distillery and because it's local. But for the price of those bottles, that was fantastic bourbon. Now, if enough people show interest here, we will go and buy them out again, and we will mail them off. I'm more than happy to mail them off. I'm gonna have to hit you up for, what was the bottle? About $40?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
40 bucks.
Yeah, and say $10 for shipping. So if anybody's interested in that, we will buy them out. Can't give those as gifts, but yeah, if you guys would like some, you're not going to find it anywhere. You're only going to find it here. But it's a recommend. I recommend it if you guys would like. I'll do the work. Not making a dollar on this. Just want to put good booze, good Iowa booze, in the hands of really really good people. And it was actually kind of funny because everything that's up here on the table. Was gifts to myself and Bell from one of our airline owner friends. And he flew them in. We met him up in Lincoln, and he actually flew them in. And I thought it was funny because I was like, not only did we just bootleg Bell, but we bootleg by air. All right, we were not eastbound and down in a big semi. No, we have an Air Force to do our bootlegging with. To do our bootlegging, and he brings out this whole big ass box, and we open it up, and we're just looking through all that stuff. I've already finished like 3 of those bottles complete. Not just me. All right, Belle's a raging alcoholic. Don't let it get you. And yeah, so she helped tremendously. But yeah, he boot because there's no tax stamp. There's no Iowa tax stamp on it. So as soon as they crossed all those different states on the way in, I was like, oh my god, we just did bootlegging. I don't know. I don't know how that works because like I can order stuff from different states and have it mailed to me. So I don't know, man. Maybe we're just past the whole bootlegging stage of our societal development. I have no idea. So
I think maybe because the taxes on it were paid down in Texas, I think we'd be okay since that's all for personal consumption and we're not
yeah, we're
running
not
a
reselling
business.
it. No, no, I'll even include a receipt in the box here. This is what it costs. This was shipping, and but I'm going to say it's probably going to be about $50 per shipping. You know, we got to get canisters for them and seal it up and make sure that they don't get busted. It's kind of a thing, but it's good booze. That's a funny thing. I mean, for the price, it's good booze. And I will buy every bottle they have on the shelf. If they have 30 bottles, I will buy all 30. Last time Bella and I went, we cleaned them out completely. Everything they had up there, we bought them all. They
So we've got to go down there around the 4th.
Is that when the new batch hits?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes, usually it's within a day or two of the 4th.
yeah, and I want to go into the aging house. Last time they wouldn't let us go into the barrel house, and I want to go into the barrel house like this time because if you've never been at a distillery and gone into the barrel house, it's that I can't help but imagine that's what heaven smells like. I mean, real close to it. You would think you would just get this overpowering ethanol whiff, but you absolutely do not. It smells. It's very earthy. It's very woody. Woody. I said woody, like a boner. I said woody, Bell. Whatever wood they happen to use. I think these guys also are using white oak, which they have to import because we don't have a lot of white oak here in Iowa. But yeah, it's just a joyful smell, and I can't get enough. Remember in Lynchburg when we went down when we went into the barrel house over there?
I
That was
do.
great, and you could buy a whole barrel, a hand signed barrel of Jack Daniels, whichever brand batch happens to be in that barrel. You could buy the whole thing for like 25 grand, isn't it? Isn't that what it
I
is?
I think I think it was the Master Series that was 25 grand.
Yeah, and I would love that because I would drink off that for the rest of my life. But I don't know. I think it get boring. I like to mix it up. I like to mix it up. Anyway,
I think you'd get bored of that very
yeah.
quickly.
So anyway, we're going to be doing this regularly because these are fun and it's nice to lighten up. But I'm asking, what are you guys drinking? What is your favorite, indulgence of choice? And if you tell me what it is and I can find it, I will do live taste tests. I'll make sure Belle gets one. We'll both taste test it. If it sucks, we're going to mock you mercilessly. And if it's good, we're gonna, we'll bow to the master. But yeah, let us know. Please type it in chat. So anyway, I am starting this little run here with the Whistle Pig 15. Now, I've always been a fan of Whistle Pig, any of them. Any of the Whistle Pigs are very good. They're mild. They're not incredibly spicy kind of boozes. They're very, very mild. But the bouquet on them is excellent. I mean, this one, some of these things you get a real powerful ethanol hit, and this one you just don't. And all you smell is oak and spice, and it's absolutely wonderful. So I got to hit the whole thing. I don't know how much that is. Maybe a shot and a half. I don't know. What do you guys? However much I'll get close to that camera because I have the overhead, so I can do that. So however much that is, I want to say that's maybe a shot, maybe a tad over. So everybody's on the same. I love the shotgun mic, Bell. I don't know if you could tell that. I love having that thing having that thing up there now.
I
All
can
right.
tell.
All right. So here you guys, to your health, the Whistle Pig 15. We're going to go ahead and start this thing off. I don't know what the price of this bottle was, but I think Bell does. And I bet it was 200 plus, wasn't it?
About three, yes.
Yeah, closer to about $300. So yeah, if you really are having celebrating a big promotion or anything like that, Whistle Pig 15. To your health, guys. Here we go. Oh, it's that first virgin hit. That's what it is. It's the very first virgin hit. Because I haven't drank anything today. I only drink at night. I am an alcoholic, but I'm an executive alcoholic. So I don't hit it hard. I never drink during the day. When my day is done, yes, I indulge a little bit. But during my work day, I absolutely do not. You know what this is? Is anybody watching? Can I be a little
Yeah,
naughty
we've
here
got
when I'm describing this?
we've got people.
Is it all adults?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Here,
I mean, Time Slayer's watching, but yeah.
okay. Here's how I equate this. Here's how I equate this one. I want you boys to harken back to your younger years. Take it way, way back. I don't know how old you guys are. I know Sofa Ninja's about my age. I think he's the oldest guy that we deal with. But I want you to harken back to your very, very young days and the awkward fumbling in the back of your mom's car or your dad's car, and it's the first time that you got to take it out, and you went and picked up your girlfriend. And the awkward fumbling that's in there in the back seat when you go to, park, because good girls don't park, but bad girls. So, and the gropings, but something's going to happen tonight. You got a strong, strong feeling. You just know. She knows. You started off your night saying, "Boy, I sure hope I get laid tonight," and she started off her night saying, he's going to get laid tonight." But you never know because girls never come straight out and say that. But that awkward fumbling, and the very first time that you go up there to tune up the radio, that's the experience I get out of this because it's new, it's fresh, you're young, you really don't know what you're doing, and you just touched a boob. That's the that's the experience that I get out of this. That's what it's like the very first time that I touched a breast when I was a very, very young man and likely just finished in my pants before I even got anywhere else. But it was kind of cool because I got to touch a boob, and I'm going to tell everybody about it. That's what I get out of the Whistle Pig 15. Now, Belle can't, drop back in, and I don't know her experience with the fumblings in the back of the car. I don't know how it was for girls. I can only speak for boys. But that's what that is, man. I mean, this is just absolute pure. The anticipation is fantastic, but when you actually get to squeeze it a bit, meaning that you take a shot, it is totally worth it. It is worth all the time, all the effort, all the embarrassment, all the fumbling, all the bad stuff you had to do to get to this moment. It is 100% completely worth it. I would, if I only had one to drink for the rest of my life, this would be a top 3. This would absolutely be up there. And I don't know if Whistle Pig makes anything higher than a 15, Bell. Is that it? Is that where they peak out? Or are you going to look it up?
I'll look it up because
Ooh.
I don't even know the answer to that question.
Oh my God. You know what? The second pull, the second pull is even better. The second pull is when you're actually slipping on the condom for the first time. That's what you get. That's the experience you get out of that second one. You're just like, oh my God, we were there. Gonna go all the way tonight. Gonna go all the way tonight. That Meatloaf song, Val. She had no Meatloaf. She's a young girl. Yeah. So if you get a chance, and there is like a thimbleful left, Bell, but I'm gonna keep that for the next time you're over, and I'm gonna tease you with it so that you can have that little thing for every time that somebody touched your boob and you slap their hand away. That's what you get. All right, that's what you get. You get that thimbleful of Whistle Pig 15. All right, they got an older one, Bell. What do you got?
Um, they've got a double rye aged 18 years.
Oh my God, how much?
I'm looking because I
I'm
don't
afraid
think.
this is going to be $400 plus.
Well, we'll find out in a minute because yeah.
18 double. Oh my goodness, 18 years. Yeah, tell me about that. We might have to I times are hard right now, but I always seem to find money for booze. So yeah, let's see if we can make that work, Bell. How much is that shit?
I'm uh I'm still looking because yeah.
I got a
They
hunch it's
don't
good.
it's kind of hard to find prices on specific liquor stores
Yeah, and
websites.
I got a hunch you're not going to find it. That's usually lottery stuff. And for those of you who don't know, distilleries only make, except for their name brand stuff like Jack Daniel's Old Number Seven. Effectively, everything they make are limited runs. So when they say single cask, that means that's it. That's all that it takes, or that's all they make. And when you're talking about an 18-year bourbon, it's got to sit in the aging house for 18 years before they actually pop it, crack it, bottle it, and start selling it out. And the devil's cut on that could get up to 25% on the 18. Anything above 15 years, the devil's cut could get up to almost 25%. So a full quarter of that barrel is just evaporated by the time they get to it. But they only have so many of them. Every liquor store wants it. So they do kind of a lottery system. Everybody puts their name in there. The computer runs its thing and says, these are the people who are getting some limited bottles, 2, 3, 4, or even just one. And everybody else, you know what, hit us back 18 years from now. Because you don't know if an 18-year booze is going to be good until you crack the barrel at 18 years. You don't know. So you're not going to put a tremendous amount in the barrel because you don't know. That's just pissing away money. Because after 18 years, you crack it. You pop the barrel. You take a drink of that, and you're just like, oh my God, this is poison. You got 35 barrels sitting up there that are absolutely worthless at this point. So they do very, very limited runs on this stuff, and sometimes it's hard to get. So look at Belle's going to the cell phone. She's all the way down.
I am. I cannot find
You ain't gonna.
I can't find the 18 year in Des Moines.
Okay.
Even
So
even making Instacart my bitch.
all right, so we got a call to action here. That's what Bella's doing. Here you go. I got a sound
lick
effect
my
for that.
balls. Yeah, say that all the time.
All right, so we got a call to action for anybody that's watching tonight. Please find us the Whistle Pig 18 year. Tell me where it is. Send me a link. I will buy it. And we have to test this on the next stream, but I guarantee you that's going to be $350 to $400. Bell, I have absolutely no doubt that that is going to be brutally expensive. But you know what? Some things are worth paying for, and something like that is absolutely going to be it. All right, Bell. So I got my first one down. Do you have any comments or questions before you taste yours?
I am gonna be taking it kind of easy this evening, so
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
not. I refuse. Go ahead, Bell.
All right. So again, I've got the Field of Dreams small batch bourbon whiskey. It's yeah, I guess they decided that they could earn additional revenue using the cornfield surrounding the baseball field.
Oh
Uh,
God.
I mean, yeah. So yeah, we'll see what we get here.
See, she does it right. Like, I'll go ahead and narrate. And if you look for your belle in the wild, you will see that she is a tentative, skittish creature who insists on sniffing the food before eating the food. There she goes. There she goes. Do you see how she is sipped? She has taken a little bit. And now we get to judge her expression as she holds it in her mouth because she doesn't swallow. Oh my God, yes, she does. There you go. Round of applause. Now we know. Now everybody knows. It's all the way out there. All right, Belle, why don't you tell us? We should do that more. I think this show is actually you doing that and me narrating. I could do that. I could do a couple of accents. We could get that. They're terrible accents. I'm working on a British accent. That's it. I'm working on a British one.
Please don't.
Oh
Please
no!
don't.
I'll actually Strike will love it. I think he's Brit or Aussie.
No, he's Australian.
Yeah, I could do Australian. Huh? Throw another shrimp on the barbie. Good day, mate. I'm ready, man. I'm there. I got it. I watch TV and Crocodile Dundee. Watch like, oh, that's not a knife. That's a knife. See that? I could do Australian. I'm there.
Yeah, you need to watch a lot more episodes of Crocodile Hunter.
You know what? Every single time somebody says, that's not a knife, that's a knife, Paul Hogan gets a nickel. Did you know that? Paul Hogan gets a nickel. And I can just see a little kangaroo hopping up.
Well, now you owe him a dime because you've used that twice.
I know. I'll give him the dime. A little kangaroo hopping up and pulling an envelope out of its pouch and delivering it to his hut wherever the hell he's living out there. All right, Belle. How was your Field of Dreams experience?
So that one is very, very subtle, unlike my co-host. It does have some very good notes. This is definitely one that you should proceed with caution with because it is strong and packs a punch.
How many what's the aging on it? How many years is it? Because usually if they age up anything over 6 years, you're going to get a pretty smooth hit. How old is this? Or is this stuff like, and it was minted and bottled in 3 weeks? Is it that kind of stuff? Because you're drinking ethanol at that point.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem. It does not actually tell me how many years it was aged for.
Does it have is it hand bottled, hand numbered, hand signed, anything like that?
It does not have anything like that on it.
Nice. What's the proof?
Ironically, it's only 99 proof.
Really? All right. So there's a lot of water in that one. I can't really swear up and down on that one. But would you give it a thumbs up? Would you give it a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or if you got nothing else, go for it?
I'd go meh.
Meh.
I've had better.
Okay, I've had better. So if you were to equate that to a sexual experience, was this just one of the awkward fumbling things, or were you too busy slapping the hand away? Is that what happened here?
This one's an awkward fumbling thing.
Oh, lovely. Okay, well, why don't you look at the comments if we have any questions, if we have any, and we're going to be moving on here, guys, to Still Austin. Now, this is a cask strength bourbon. Let me bring it up to the big let me bring it up to the camera too, so everybody can see the label if you happen to be looking for it. It should focus in decently. So anything that's got a hot chick on the label is immediately a big thumbs up for me. And yeah, but I didn't actually choose this one. This one was a gift. So if is that too weird, guys, with the audio bouncing between supercardioid mic and shotgun mic? Is that just too weird? If it's too weird, tell me, and I can just unplug it. But I love the idea that I can utilize my entire studio. I just think it's fun. All right, here's the sexiest sound in the world next to. I'm trying to think of one. What's another sexy sound? There's lots of sexy sounds, but it has to be anticipatory sounds. You know, not a woman moaning in sexual throes. Everybody's heard that. We all have Pornhub. I'm just saying, it's not that hard. What's the? I have nothing, man. I got nothing. I'm an old guy. But here's a sexy sound. You guys ready? Here we go. Let me make sure that thing's in. Here we go. Right.
The lid opening up on the bottle of
yes, yep. Of a bottle of what?
Lube.
Okay. I don't know what that is. Thank you, Belle. She obviously clearly has more experience than me. I don't know what that is. Well, I've seen it. I'm not, stupid. It's just I don't get around much. All right. So here we go. No, the sound of a good fresh bourbon bottle and the first pop you get from that very first cork. That's to me is way up there. All right, so here we go. We'll take just a little bit of it. Yeah, it's about 2 swallows. I said swallow. I'm just naughty tonight, Belle. I don't know what to tell you. Hang on. Okie dokie. Do we have nothing? Are there no comments, or are everyone just too enthralled enjoying my experience up here?
I think everyone is just too enthralled enjoying the experience, and I think they're waiting for the train wreck to start happening because it never fails when we do a drinking stream.
Oh no, and
happens.
I'm only on bottle 2, so yeah, it could go a long way. All right, this is the Still Austin. Let's take it. It's a little bit sweet. It almost has, you know what I'm talking about, Belle. I'm trying to find something that we both drank that I could equate it to. It's not alcohol-y at all. It's not ethanol-y. Now, I know Still Austin has a lot of different varieties. They put out tons and tons of stuff. So I know that this one, and I'm going to catch a little bit of the Whistle Pig 15 in here. I know I didn't start with the fresh glass. I have like 6 more of these bourbon glasses to give away, so I'm not going to, roll through them all. If you want it, you get it fresh in its case. But yeah, it's got kind of a sweet smell to it, a little bit. So I'm curious to see how the spice is going to go. I'll take a small one. So give me this second. Oh, that's good. Oh, that is good. It's almost nondescript. That's how I'm going to describe that one. It's almost a little bit nondescript. It tastes like itself. Most other bourbons, when I'm up here hitting these things, they kind of taste like something. I can equate it to something. Well, it's real oaky, it's real spicy, it's real hits it hard. The burn is harsh. It hits the back of your throat or your jaw. This one doesn't really do any of those things. So it is, wow, that is a really, really good bourbon. Let me see if there's what's special about it. Again, the label doesn't even have that much on it. It's just Still Austin. And you know what? I didn't know that you could do that. Oh, there you go. Age 12 years. All right. So the Still Austin 12 year, I didn't look at the label on the back. I never read the back of the bottle, man. I don't care what's up there. I see sexy chick on the front holding something. I don't even know what that means, but there you go. All right. So it's a 12 year. It's a very pleasant experience. I'm just going to kind of leave it there. It's not penetration kind of experience, it's not that, but it is definitely way up there on the foreplay level. And guys, here you go. Here's a sexual tip for you from a very old vet. When you think the foreplay is done, go longer. All right, just keep it going. I know you're bored. You want to watch Jeopardy or whatever you just want to get through it and get on with your day. But I'll tell you what, man, if you do it right, she'll make you a sandwich. Most of them will make you a sandwich. If you've been married a real long time, you're going to make your own sandwich, but that is what it is. But yeah, if you got the newer relationship, all that other kind of stuff, go Still Austin with it. That's going to be my running joke, by the way, Belle. Just go Still Austin. If you think you're done, you're not done. Go Still Austin, endure it, get through it. And she will thank you later, and she'll make you a sandwich, and she won't even spit in it or anything like that. What you think there, Belle?
Well, I mean, if you're talking that incredible of an experience, you've got to wait on her to be able to move first. I mean, if you do it right, it's going to take her a minute.
Yeah, I don't do it right. They can pop right out of bed. I don't do it right. But you know what? I've heard it my whole life. Who are you going to please with that little thing? And you know what? Going to please me. All right, I'm good. I have plenty of imagination, and your presence is not. Well, I mean, it's required, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and stop right now with that. All right, let me polish this thing off. Here you go. Ooh. Yeah, that one's worth the trip. So I'm gonna give a big old thumbs up to the Still Austin. And yes, I'm enjoying that. I'll give it a round of applause. It's not It's not the whistle pig. Not much is going to be a 15-year whistle pig. I was breathing when I did that, so I got booze in my sinuses right now. So that's
Oh.
well, I mean, I'm doing a live broadcast and I'm drinking booze on a show that I'm just endlessly talking to. How about this? Call to action. Are you guys enjoying this? Is this something that you tune in for, just watching us go up here and have some fun and do our thing? Because I think it's fun and I'm enjoying this one. So, all right, Belle, I got to open the next bottle. You talk for a bit, or should we play a song? We've already been up here a half hour. I'll tell you what, we're going to play whatever is the very first song that's typed in chat. And I know that you guys are about 30 seconds behind me. I need that to try to even get this goddamn bottle open because they don't give you the little tear tab on this. That Jack Daniels sucks. I mean, these guys
And
are just...
I'm not there to actually fight the bottle for you.
Yeah, and so I have to sort this out. But we are going to take a break, and we're going to play a song because we like music, and deep down we're an entertainment musical channel. So, and I left the label on these specifically so that you guys would know that these things have not been tampered with. Yeah, that's good enough. All right. And
all right.
yeah, the first song that shows up in chat, that's one that we're going to play. But we all up. Shh. Here we go. Ah, that first sound right there. I just finished in my britches. All right. What we got, Belle?
All right. So Siggy, a fan, chimed in first with Weird Al Word Crimes.
Word crimes. All right. Go ahead and talk, Belle. I'll get it queued up.
All right. Bud asking, have you heard from Lunar Space or Eric? I'll actually take that one. Eric, we have. He stays in communication with us regarding several different things. Lunar Space, no, we haven't.
Assume your money is gone. All right, that's it. They came.
Everybody.
They came in. They saw. They kicked your ass. They took your money. They walked away with it. This is one of the ones that I'm very thrilled that I didn't touch. Bella and I had them on the show multiple times, over and over, to the point where I was just sick of talking about it.
What was it? 4 times?
At least
3, 4?
And I can never actually get an answer out of them of why do you need blockchain. I could never get that answer. But yeah, after all of that, it went live. They got their $100,000 raise, and they sailed away, and you'll never hear from them again. So Henry and whatever his dad's name was, who was a professional scammer. He's been doing this shit all over the place forever. Yeah, assume your money is gone. It's never coming back. And welcome to crypto. So it was an unfortunate kind of occurrence thing, but here we are, and there's not much we can do about it. Got the song queued up. Unless there's any other question, I'll tell you what. Get them in during the break. Please give us some subjects to talk about, or else I will honestly just sit here and do this. We are going completely off the cuff, and we haven't done this in a long time. So if there's something else you would like us to discuss while we drink booze, you go ahead and put it in comments. We're both very well-rounded people, and there's effectively not much that we can't talk about. So if you want to get it in, please get it in. If not, we'll stick to bourbon. Anyway.
And there's another euphemism.
What?
If you want to get it in, please get it in.
Yeah, I got nothing.
You said it. I didn't.
I got nothing here. And no, that's not really my job to get it in. I'm terrible aim. All right. That's not my thing. Yeah, that's somebody else's thing. All right. Anyway, guys, if you could please stick around. The song is coming up by request. Weird Al. I'm a huge fan. Word Crimes. I don't even know if I've ever heard the song, but we're going to find out right now here on the podcast of the KPOD network. Guys, please stand by. We got a lot more booze to drink. Be right back. What the hell do you have me listening to here? It feels like a completely it's like he was going for a Schoolhouse Rock thing going on. But you know what? Hey, we're fans, man. All right, if you request it, you got it. Be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, and the 3 of you. That's it. I see that we're down to 4 people here, Belle. So it's me, you, and 2 other people. I assume that it's Nuclear Chicken and Toot. So you guys, thank you for being the survivors of this. I appreciate it. It's kind of clear that we're going to have to redo everything here, Belle, if we want to, pull in a different kind of group, a different kind of audience. It's going to be a little bit of some growing pains, but I got nothing else to do, guys. All right, look, it all comes down to, for us, putting privacy in the hands of people who don't know that they need privacy. And for us to do that, we have to branch out. So I'm ready for the new journey. I'm actually excited about it. It kind of sucks because I'll still kick out some crypto videos. But the thing that I got thinking about today is, let's say somebody, you're not going to get rich in Bitcoin. All right, you're not. It's simply not going to happen now. For you to do this, if you were to put $1,000 in it right now, Bitcoin would have to go to what, 240,000 for you to earn an extra $1,000. All right, that part is done now. Yes, and I know there's going to be plenty of the maxis that are up there doing that shit. Well, you should have listened to us fucking years ago. Well, your head was completely in your fucking ass years ago, dude. All right, you don't know. You're not a soothsayer. You weren't looking into a goddamn crystal ball, man. You lucked out. That's kind of where it was, and it worked out for you, man. But it wasn't through anything that you did personally. So while I appreciate the internet bravado and all that shit, I'm not going to plan an investment strategy around that.
So yeah, we've got other people chiming in saying, okay, I'm here. So the viewer count that we can see on YouTube itself is not keeping up.
Maybe they're throttling us. I have no idea. Honestly, I don't care. We got Nuclear Chicken. We got the family here, man.
We got Sofa Ninja. We've got Micah. Micah.
It's been a while, dude. Hey,
and we've got Linson.
All right, I haven't seen Linson in forever, bro. How's Puerto Rico, man? He's still hanging in there? I haven't seen. I see him piping up there in the marketing chat. By the way, for you guys in there in Sigia marketing, you do understand that effort that you provide over there. I'm going to take care of you. All right. I don't think people quite get what's going to happen here with Sigia, because you don't know what we know, and we're not telling you everything that we know because we can't. We are literally, when we sit at tables, all right, we're literally signing NDAs as we bespoke our own platform for these particular people. You guys don't, so it doesn't matter. But I'm a little tuned up so I can let some shit slip. All right, so I'm moving on. Please comment, quote, do whatever. You guys enjoy yourselves, man. It's Saturday night. Have some fun. So this is Jack Daniel's single barrel proof Tennessee whiskey. This stuff is pure poison. There's no way that that's correct. I remember Brian bought a little bottle of this shit last time we were out there in Tennessee. Yes, I need this to see. Go fuck yourselves. 135.4 proof. This is battery acid. All right, there's no way. I guarantee you, I can pour this into my car, and the car will run better than it's ever ran before. Yeah, that's about a single shot, man. You got to moderate on this stuff. But I did do it right because I am a veteran drinker. I've had this before, and I know what's coming. What's the experience? I'm looking to equate an experience here in a sexual nature. The very first time. No, I can't even say that, Bill. I had one. I was gonna say it. I can't even say it. Even on here, I can't say it. And yes, I know that we got a lot of viewers tonight, but even I can't say that. I'll tell you what. Send me a private message, and I'll tell you what I was gonna say, because I can't.
You know what? I'll give one.
Oh God. Oh, that is. Go ahead. Do your thing. This is poison. Fuck, I can't drink this.
You've gotten the edible panties at Hot Topic of all places, and they have gone rancid.
Yeah, or they say that they're
you just suffer through it.
Yes, and they say they're strawberry. That's not a strawberry I've ever tasted in my life. Ever in my life. These things are, it's like they're almost like hard candy, Bell, at that point. That's what they are. If you guys are familiar with hard candy, I'm sure you are. You guys are all older people. Yeah, they're like hard candy edible panties. That's what this stuff is, man. This is rough. Oh God. I'll do it for the show, but man, I can't. That's ethanol, man. I mean, that is absolute poison. I just curled my nose hairs, even taking a sip of this, or just taking a sniff of it.
And yet Time Slayer actually likes that variety.
Nobody likes this variety. He's full of shit. All right, this is young man false bravado bullshit. I like getting kicked in the balls. I think everybody should kick me in the balls, and just so you can see how tough I am. That's what this is. This is not a pleasant experience. Fuck, 135, Bell. 135. You could run your car on this. It will literally burn, and you could run your car. That's what I should have put. I should have put a little torch up here and just threw a bottle of it, and you'd watch it go completely light up there. God, I can't do this. I'll do it for the show, but fuck, I don't want to do this. I wish we had 700 viewers. Then it's worth it. Then it's like, you know, the moonshine challenge that those kids try to do, where they try to drink that, try to glug up moonshine and it kills them. This is close. This is, oh, fuck. Well, what is moonshine? Moonshine's about 180, 190 proof, right? This is 130 fucking fuck. Oh, God. Ugh. All right, come on. I'm a shellback. I can do this. Ugh. Man, this one, Scott's going night-night. Here we go. Oh. Oh, God, why would you sell this? Why would you bother? Oh, fuck. Why would you sell this? And John, you dick, why did you buy this? I don't care if you're a billionaire asshole. Why would you buy this, dude? Drink it. He's not a bourbon drinker. That's why he gets over on this shit, because he's not a bourbon drinker. He drinks tequila. This is, I just wanted the hardest, darkest shit I could find. Dark doesn't mean good, John. All right, it just means it's fucking dark. It's just how they, the wood that they use. This is absolute rot gut. Oh, this is, fuck. I gotta finish it, because I don't have a dumping bottle here to dump it into before I move on to the next one. So I gotta finish this. Oh,
and
fuck.
if you did dump it out, you'd get never-ending hell for alcohol abuse.
This is not out. You know what? This alcohol itself is the abuse. All right, has nothing to do with that. This is the abuse. Fuck, man. I'm gonna call this one the ex-wife. That's what this is. This is the ex-wife. You know what? And I'll send her all she wants, bitch. All right. Oh my God, she took everything. And you know what? But the fun part is I was glad. I was like, good. I'm taking your Bronco. Good. Take it. What else would you like? Take it. Just fucking go away. Oh my God, you're a miserable woman. Sex ain't worth it, guys. It just isn't, man. Jack off. Don't bother, man. Ooh. Oh, God, it burned. Fuck. Oh, that is all the way down. I mean, that is all the... Oh. If show of hands out here, who's ever siphoned gasoline? And anybody my age has done it. Don't lie. Yeah, Belle's done it too. They have the little siphon tool where you just hook it up and you masturbate it and out comes the gasoline. But we did it the old-fashioned way. We do it the old... where you orally gratify the hose, and every now and again you can't quite judge it, and you get a mouthful of gasoline, and you spit it, but you're still going to swallow a little bit of that shit. There's no way to stop it, and the coating in your mouth afterwards, I don't care how much water you drink. The only thing that would remove the I fucked up siphoning gas skim of oil around your mouth would be this shit right here, because that, I guarantee you, this is worse. All right, this is worse. This is siphoning gasoline kind of booze.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. I seriously question Jack Daniels. And if you guys, here you go. I'm going to get it close so you guys can see it. There you go. So if you see that shitty, I don't have light facing this way. So if you guys see that shitty gold label like that, you see that right there? If you see that on your bottle of booze, fucking run. All right, run, Forrest, run.
That one is also labeled single barrel select. So avoid.
Oh God, that's bad. I was having such a fun night here. I was having a good time. I wanted to do this for a long time. We're doing it now. That's fucking poison, man. Don't do it. Oh God, even the burp hurt. Oh God, it's like it's coming back up. I'm like affected. I've still been maintaining this under 20 carb shit. All right, by all the way down, and I don't burp much because I don't drink anything carbonated. I have a Diet Coke maybe every 2-3 days. I'll have a Diet Coke or some shit like that. But other than that, it's just water, and I don't burp much because you need something to generate the burp, and all of my food is like salad and shit like that. So, oh God, I'm not even used to burping. Oh, and you know what went away completely, Belle? I don't fart anymore. Isn't that funny? I don't fart. I used to be real good about it, and I used to be very vocal. I mean, you lean them up. It's a man's right to, I can grab her head and fart on her face. It's a man's right to do that. And I don't even have gas anymore. I mean, I'm seriously questioning what the fuck is happening to me. Because I don't burp. I don't have gas. I don't have anything. And when I go to the bathroom, I used to show up with a cat of nine tails. If you know what that is. And I would just whip my hand as I was looking at the toilet, knowing I was going to punish it. And I was like, this is what's coming for you. And I whack, whack, whack. And I do all that. But now it's not even an experience. I don't even need to bring my phone to shit anymore. I mean, I'm on, I burst. It is massive. It is one solid chunk. I'm very concerned about that. There's effectively no water in it. And it's over before I really even get to do anything. And it's practically odorless. So I'm like, what the fuck is happening to me? I used to destroy the bathroom. And now I'd come out and I'd say, all right, nobody go in there for 30 to 40 minutes. All right. That's what's going to take to air out that toxic gas. Now you don't even know I've been in there. This is not a man, all right? A man an older man like myself, goes in there and just annihilates that fucking thing. I mean, the toilet, no, don't show up. Oh my God, Scott's big ass is coming. And and now I don't have that experience anymore. So I don't know, what am I about? I'm literally losing my... I may be a little tuned up here, Belle. I don't know if you can tell. This is not really shit that I was ready to share. But I have the White Dudes for Harris hat on. So,
you're embracing the hat. We'll call it that.
I'm just embracing the hat. The beta males that like to talk about all their feelings and shit like that. So yeah, I'm going beta male now. Every time I put the hat on, man, I'm just ready to be led. I don't want to lead. I'm ready to be led, and I will support any dumb shit you people come up with. Yeah, I don't blow up the bathroom anymore. I don't burp. I sleep. I lay down and I sleep like 6 hours, just absolutely solid. I don't even dream. And I get up and I go about the next part of my day, and it's boring. It is boring. I eat once, maybe twice a day. It's always something like salad. And shit. And I'm really seriously wondering, when do the boobs come in? Because there's no way. My estrogen has got to be cranked. I mean, absolutely cranked. And I'm just wondering what happens there, Belle. Now, this is kind of your wheelhouse, Belle. When do I get the boobs, and how should I size myself for my brassiere? Because I don't know this, and I don't want to Google it, because that kind of shit sticks with you. All right, your Google history, they document everything. So I don't want to say, well, what size bro from Seinfeld, what size bro should I be looking for on this? I don't know how to size myself. Yeah, so help me out here, Belle, as I move on to the next bourbon. So help me out. And you have drank shit. You really need to, I swear to God, you see this chair right here? You see this chair right here? You guys see this? Belle fell completely face forward, landed on the stage, and then somersaulted and landed on the floor. She did this. This occurred. I have the video. And if you guys really want to see that video, I'll send it to Belle and she can distribute it as she likes. I record everything in here. If anything is happening in this studio, these cameras are on and recording is happening, I have this video. So, and you know what we were drinking during that one, Belle? Do you remember?
We had moved on to that Whistle Pig.
It was the Whistle Pig 15. Big round of applause. So apparently that's all it takes to put Belle on the floor. But I couldn't even catch her. I mean, I'm sitting over here. I was standing over here. I was doing something. We were doing a karaoke kind of thing, and I got all of that recorded too. And I just kind of look over, and I see her just roll over and thump on the ground. And then she kind of rolls over, and I tried to like catch her with my foot. If you guys, you ever drop anything and you try to catch it with your foot? I tried to catch Belle, and it didn't work. But I made the effort. All right, I made the effort, so I'm going to take credit for that anyway. But Yeah, I'll send Belle the video. So if you guys would like to see the video, hit up Belle and she can distribute it or not distribute it as she sees fit. That would be the perfect one.
You know what? Even with that, okay, somehow, I still managed to do the woman's magic and take the bra off without taking the shirt off.
Yeah, I don't recall that at all. Was that on the video? Was that the same thing?
I don't know, but there were witnesses. So, yeah.
I didn't see it, but anytime a woman is doing woman things, I tend to look away. Uh, I respect women. I love women. I respect women, and I don't want to be that perv. I do that by myself. I do that when I'm all alone. But if somebody's there, I will look away. If she decides to lift her skirt and just piss all over the floor, I'm the guy who will turn away or shield her from anybody else looking because something should be private. I'm a gentleman. I'm a gentleman all the way down. You wouldn't think it to look at me or know me or do any of that stuff, but I'm absolutely a gentleman. And I was thinking about that Weird Al song. And I do have, do you guys believe it or not, that I have a master's degree? Did you know that? Did anybody out here know it? Show of hands actually know that I'm well educated. The word whom is made up. All right, it doesn't exist, and it's always used incorrectly. And if I ever hear anybody say whom, I immediately know that he likes to get pegged. Right? He enjoys being pegged. And if you don't know what pegging is, Belle will go ahead and explain that as I get my next thing ready. Belle, do we have any questions?
Watch Deadpool.
Okay.
Watch Deadpool. They demonstrate pegging.
Do we have anything going on, or is just nobody talking? We're just too.
Oh no,
everyone's too enamored.
people are. I think that people are too busy laughing. And,
Okay, well,
and can't breathe. Yeah,
this is the shit that we should be doing every night. By the way, this is fun. I can't do this kind of level of intoxicated every night because I am running a business. But it's fun, boy, and it's Saturday night. You know what? Go fuck yourselves. Everybody out there should be getting your pecker wet tonight. All right? Why not? Why not? Unless you're single. And Strika, there's no way you are, bro. I've been to Australia. All right, I've been to. We landed in Perth and we hitchhiked to Sydney. I had no idea people would pick us up, but apparently the Australians, oh, get in, mate. Yeah, they got no problem getting in there and giving me a lift. I flew MAC, that's military air cargo. It cost me $10 and they gave me a pudding cup. And it took me 3 days to get there because if you're ever flying military air cargo, it takes a while. But it took me 3 days to get there from Hawaii to Perth, Australia. I was there. I was wearing my military uniform because you had to be a military uniform, but we can't go out in our working uniform. So I was wearing my dress blues, my Navy dress blues. This is way back in 1991. And I got off in Perth. I had a shower bag. That's the only thing I brought with me, with my toothbrush and some soap and deodorant and shit like that. I did not even bring a change of clothes. I wanted to have a life experience. And I landed in Perth and managed to make to the front gate and just started walking to Sydney. Now, I have no idea how far it is from Perth to Sydney, but I think it's a haul. And I got on the road and I stuck my thumb out and I got enough rides to make it all the way from Perth to Sydney. But you know what I saw there? And I'm so fucking jealous of all you people. Every single Outback Aussie prick out there is that there are so many women there and so few men that if you were not getting laid in Australia, it ain't them, bro. It's you, bro. There were so many women and so many blondes and so nice and all that. And they all like, oh, I just want to hear you talk, mate. And like, I got the accent. I don't have the accent. All right, you fucks. You have the accent. You guys talk funny. But they wanted to hear me talk. And I never even paid for a hotel. The entire time I was out there, I had sex with nobody. I'm a gentleman. I'm not going to lay a girl on the very first night because I don't really know her. And I have a high self-worth. I don't really know her. I'm going to be dreaming of this and thinking about it when I'm on my deathbed, because when you're on your deathbed, you're not thinking of the sex you had. You're thinking of the sex that you could have had. And I didn't because I'm a gentleman. But I did not pay for a hotel, and I was there 17 days. I stayed in Sydney 17 days. Just thank you, hun. It was a wonderful night. Jocel or whatever the fuck your name is. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. You know what? We'll talk to you later. It's not like I could call her because we didn't even have fucking cell phones back then. We had nothing. I just left and never saw her again, and would just go and see things and do things and end up in a bar and meet abroad and stay at her house. And I did this for 17 fucking nights. The youth of today, you guys are fucking doing it wrong all the way across the board. You're going on social media thinking that you're having an experience. You are not having an experience. I had an experience. The shit that I did, you would never have the balls to do that. But it was such a wonderful time. I met so many people, so many women. I'll never forget the fishing lure bullshit. Did I tell you about? Oh, do I got to do another one? Or are we over time? I think we're over time. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to keep going. We're going to do the fishing lure thing. What?
Before you start on that, there might be a reason Time Slayer is insisting on doing Renaissance fairs.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Why?
Because he can have those experiences.
Well, yeah, it's big girls with low self-esteem jamming themselves into corsets. And yeah, they want to be rode hard and put away wet by a young man such as Time Slayer. You got to lean into that, bro. I've been there at the fairs with you, man. You are not hitting on enough women. All right, you're just not. They're there looking for weird. Be weird. All right, lean into it, man. Be their really, really bad decision. And the fact that you're not disappoints me a little bit. All right, you want to be the deepest, darkest chapter in her sexual history. She's, you know, oh my God, he made me watch porn. He shared me with his friends. You want to be that guy just so you can say that you did it once. And she'll be, you know what? You are. You're like, you're going to shame every man who follows, bro. This is the guy you want to be, man. All right? You're giving, you know what? She'll be, someday she's going to write a novel or a blog, or when blogs were still a thing. And you'll be Ryan, because you don't use full first names in that one. You always change it up. You'll be Ryan, and you're going to be that just absolute misery that she went through, that she had to go to therapy for 3 years just to recover from. You want to be that guy, man. All right, no pain, no harm, no anything. Just test boundaries. And you are not doing it, bro. You're fucking 21 years old, and you are not living up to your potential. I can't tell you the shit that I did at 21, but part of it happened over there in Perth. All right? Be the experience, man. Be the thing that they wish that they could erase from their memory, but they simply can't because it was too meaningful to them. All right, you're not selling sex. You're selling life experiences. Do it right. Get off your fucking ass.
All right, so yeah, Siggy a fan. She'll write a blog back in the past. I'm gonna say, okay, 50 Shades of Grey actually started up on God, what is it? Fan fiction. She'll be writing fan fiction.
Yeah, it was fan fiction bullshit. Because nobody does that. The only person who does that is Leonardo DiCaprio, and we all know about that. All right? Look, he's going to get her when she's 22. He's going to promise her the world for 2 to 3 years. She's going to leave with a big fat pension, and he's going to do weird shit to her for 3 years. That's a life experience, and we all know it. I love that Ricky Gervais, when he was roasting the Oscars bit. Have you ever seen that, Belle? I know you have, because I made you watch it. When he went up there and he said, yeah, we were screening The Irishman, and it was so long that by the time we got to the end of it, Leonardo's girlfriend was too old for him. All right, look, these are life experiences, bro. And this is what you need to be putting yourself into now. You're going to be married. You're going to have kids. You're going to have bills, a job, responsibilities, all that other bullshit. And now you can't do that anymore. So you need to fucking do it now. And it's weird. This is the channel I should have to do. Life experiences. All right, because I know...
Or dating advice.
Dating advice. I know women are going to say, that. Women are going, oh, I don't want any of that. You all want that. You all want that. You want to be that mystery woman, that mystery thing. And oh my God, I can't believe what happened. This is, you all deep down, you want it. Tell me I'm wrong. Look me in the eye and tell me I'm wrong, because you know I am 100% fucking right.
I mean, again, 50 Shades of Grey. Hello.
I'm just saying, start leaning into that shit, bro. I'm shocked. I'm trying to live, I'm trying to live vociferously through you because I can't do that shit vicariously,
Vicariously.
vociferously. I've been drinking. All right, fuck off. But yeah, dude, I'm a little shocked here, man, that we have to have these conversations. So, Time Slayer, I sure as fuck hope you're listening. I'm trying to help, bro. All right, be that guy. Be that guy. You know what? I've told this story before, but I'm going to fucking tell it again. Shut up, Bill. I was in a real dark part of my life. This was after my divorce when I finally had the guts to walk away from Tina. Her name was Tina. Tina, Italian girl. I'm just going to leave it there. Some people should not marry Italian girls. Right here. She had a huge ass. I mean, big. But I really don't have an excuse because she had a big ass when we first met, and I met her at a bowling alley. I met her at a bowling alley. So think about that. All right. There's only so much quality that you're going to. There's only so much quality that you're going to find there. But I was a bowler. I like to do it, and she was a cocktail waitress. And I said, "Oh my God, I can't miss her." She had a huge ass. It was big even back then. And then I said, "Fuck it," and I love you, and I marry you. I was like 25, because I'm supposed to be married and have kids and do all that other shit. And let me tell you what happens here, Brian, in case you're not you're not sure. When you meet her and her ass is that big and she's that young, she's gonna grow into her ass. Right? I'm even gonna hit the applause button on that one.
All right. So I'm gonna request a break because with that line alone, you've gotta play Sir Mix-a-Lot.
I'm not playing Sir Mix-a-Lot. I already have a line queued up. Stick around for this story. You saw me queue up the fucking song, Belle. You saw me do it. So I don't want to hear it. I already got one queued up, and I'm hollow right now, guys. Give me a break here, 1 second. But please stick around for this story, and I think you'll enjoy it. We're going to be getting into some of the depths of Scott that you may or may not have heard before, and I've never talked about my ex-wife, but. Now, I burped again. You know what it is? You know why? Because of that angry fucking Jack Daniels shit. This is the stream.
My God, Becky, look at her butt. It's so big. It's just so out there.
So you're familiar with the song. All right, Belle, I'm going to play you a song just like that. Guys, if you could, please, I hope I'm on camera one here. Guys, please stick around. We're going to be right back. I'll tell you the ex-wife story, and then we're going to finish it up here with some of this really, really good Frey Ranch, because I have to get that taste of asshole out of my mouth. That's the way to do it. Please stick around. We will be right back here on the podcast on the KPOD network. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. There's one line in that. By the way, that was a song he made it specifically for a movie called Johnny Dangerously. In my opinion, Michael Keaton made 3 absolutely stellar movies throughout his career, even though, he's a quality actor, man. He's good in everything. He was in RoboCop, the remake of RoboCop, and he was excellent. One was Beetlejuice. I don't think anybody's going to argue that that was like his that was way up there on top.
They'd better not argue that point, or I will, come at them with, claws out.
The other one was the original Batman with what's his name? The guy who played Jack Nicholson. That was it. I'm gonna give him that one. And the third movie he made that I find absolutely hysterical, I will watch it over and over and over, was a movie called Johnny Dangerously. And that song was from the movie Johnny Dangerously, if you guys haven't seen it. It's a little known. It was a little bit obscure. It was not a huge hit because people suck and are fucking wrong. But that was one of the songs that was in Johnny Dangerously, and Weird Al did this just for that movie. It was fantastic. Do yourself a favor. If you just want to lighten up, watch a movie, have fun doing it, Johnny Dangerously. Sometimes, look, not every fucking movie out there has to have a meaning. Sometimes they just can be entertaining, and that happened to be one of those. All right, Belle, before I tell the Tina story and the worst date I ever put somebody through, and I guarantee you she blogged about it because it was still back then. I'm taking off my shoes. It was back there during the blogging time. Do we have any comments, questions, concerns, or observations? I'm not here to talk at people. I'm here to talk with Belle. Go.
All right. So, Toot, hot chick on the bottle. They saw Scott coming.
Absolutely, they did, man. I'm a huge sucker for it. Oh my God, that brings me to the Huey story. Oh, I should tell the Huey story.
Yeah. Pause.
Okay.
Pause on that one. We can do that next time if we run out of time. Siggy fan. Okay, it's not too weird. A little dialing in on the audio volume, and it will be fantastic option. About 90% of the way there.
All right, so I just tweak it a little bit more. That's what you're saying. I'll go ahead and do it now.
That's what he's saying.
Yep, got it. Why Belle reads the next question.
All right, Toot. I'm here for the train wreck. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm kind of in wreck mode. I really want to take my shirt off. I'm just dying to take my shirt off because I'm starting to get my boyish figure again, and I want to show it. And believe it or not, I do have a chest and shoulders. I kind of want to. I just kind of want to Magic Mike this shit right now. That's where I'm at. Go ahead, Belle. I won't do it.
All right. Siggy fan, here's a fun topic for discussion. During your lifetime, you will produce enough saliva to fill 2 swimming pools. True or false?
True.
Discuss.
I have no idea, man, but true. Yes, you produce a lot of saliva. The fuck do I know, dude? I'm an English major, which means I have a degree that is worth dick. But it allows me to give good podcasts and confuse the word vociferous with vicarious. So that's what I get out of that. Anything else, Belle, or should I tell my story?
You know what? Coming from this science major, true, because from birth to death, as long as you do not have to consume any medications that dry you out, so diuretics and things like that, you are going to produce quite a bit of saliva throughout your lifetime.
You said dry you out. You mean like sexually? Is that what the lube is for? Is that how you know what the sound of a lube bottle opening up is?
No.
You guys like the recall? Do you like that?
Okay.
See, I'm still there.
Okay.
I'm
okay. So, lube is absolutely 100% necessary in those cases, but prolonged activity, lube is just fun.
Is that
and
it?
The anticipation, and the anticipation of, hearing that bottle open, it just adds in.
What does this sound like? What does the opening bottle sound like? Go ahead and simulate it. Go ahead, do it.
No.
Is that what it is? Or does it make it different?
It depends on the bottle.
There's more than one kind?
Yes.
You gotta be, wow, man. Okay.
There are lots of kinds of lube.
All right. Let me tell you about Fat Ass Tina here, but I do have to finish this because we are doing a bourbon review. Now, I'm a huge, good luck, Jason, editing this one up and cutting this into pieces, dude. Good luck with this one. Frey Ranch. We are talking, this is, for me, one of the pick of the litters. I did crank this up about an extra 10%. So if the bottle... That's
better.
Yeah, okay. If the bottle that you're looking for says Frey Ranch, they only make 2 kinds. This kind, which is the weeded version, and their standard off-the-shelf version. But even their off-the-shelf version is about $70 to $80 depending on where you buy it. It's going to be a little pricey. It's kind of a higher end kind of bourbon. and it's well worth the money. Let me just say it that way. I was emceeing a retirement, and this was a retirement for an admiral. That's a big deal. I know for the civilian people, it's not a big deal. For the us military people, that's a big deal. But I always got pegged for doing master of ceremonies because apparently I have a nice speaking voice. I have a nice cadence. I can never get through reading the watch, but everybody's cool about it as I break down. But we all brought bottles of booze with us because it's a Navy retirement. So we're gonna drink. That we're gonna be wearing our cummerbunds as headbands and all that silly shit. But I brought a bottle of Frey Ranch, and there was Crown Royal up there. There was some Whistle Pig. There was some Horse Soldier. I mean, we're talking about some really good booze. And the Frey Ranch bottle was completely emptied. I mean, where they're like shaking out the little drips of it, trying to get to this stuff. And all the rest of those bottles were still 90% full. Nobody would touch it. Everybody was going after Frey Ranch. It's called viral marketing, and the shit spreads fast. But this is the Frey Ranch. This is the weeded version. It smells like joy. It smells like you got the condom on and it's almost game time. All right, that's the the setting up for it's hitting my head, Bell. Shut up. It's setting up for where you're squaring up. You're you're down 18-21. All right, there's 1 second left on the clock. You got the ball on the opponent's 28-yard line, and you're setting up for the field goal. That's the anticipation of the Frey Ranch, because you're going to knock this through. It's a chip shot. It's a gimme. You're going to
Welcome to the Titans Super Bowl game where they lost by 6 inches.
Yes, and that shit. Oh, that open field tackle. I'll never forget that shit. I'll never forget that one. But that's what Frey Ranch is that anticipation just before the kick. Just the moment before that foot makes contact, you find out if you win or lose. That's Frey Ranch. And I can't recommend this any higher. Bell, or Jason, I think you guys seriously need to send some messages out to the Frey Ranch Distillery. Tell them we talk so positively about their booze, and they need to either give us some money or give us booze. All right, we'll take either. I would prefer the alcohol. They can send us some because they're not sponsoring this channel, but we talk about them a lot. This is the anticipation.
For some reason, it seems like your Shure mic there right in front of you is not the one picking up your audio. It seems like the shotgun mic is the one picking up your audio.
Are you sure about that?
It's better, but there's still an echo.
Do we got an echo now? Well, that's because you guys made me turn up the volume. I told you I had it fucking dialed in. Everybody's like, oh, no, you can't do that. I fucking know my own studio. There we go. All right, we got them cranked down a little bit, Belle. You should be picking up shotgun right this very second. And as soon as I sit down, you should be picking up the Shure mic.
That's better.
Almost like
that's
I know.
Way better.
And this is for all of you guys, all right? I know how to do it.
Yeah, say that all the time.
All right, so the timeout has been taken. The icing of the kicker has already occurred. And they're lining up for the kick. And there's the snap. And it's up. It's long. It's good. That's what Frey Ranch is. And you guys have to. You guys are gonna have to kind of embrace this. All right. So let me tell my last story, and yeah, we're down to nobody here, so this is a good time to do it. Jason, if you're gonna make a cut,
we've still got 7 people because I mean I know you and I are one of
Yeah, but we're 2 of them.
I know, that's my point, but we've still got 7. So
the only thing that's going to keep people here is going to be topical politics, and I'm not going to do. We're not starting that. Oh, I burped. We're not starting that till Monday. So, all right. I don't marry a younger girl with a big ass because she's going to grow into that ass. This is absolutely fact. Particularly if they're Italian, and this particular ex of mine, I'm saying like I have so many. There's only one. Absolutely grew into it, and I found out that she's extremely unpleasant, is happier when I'm out of town working than when I'm actually home. Doesn't like to cook. I've never met an Italian girl that didn't like to cook or simply didn't know how to cook, and is comfortable living in filth. I'm just saying, every single time that I opened that door and walked in, I was like, what the fuck is my incentive for coming in here and paying for everything? And eventually you hit the wall, Brian. You hit the wall and you say, you know what? This ain't worth it. So, yes, needless to say that we separated. She cleaned me out of effectively everything. I left with some of my clothes, only some of them, because the other part that she could get to were all burned. And I didn't care. I was like, good, burn it. Light it up, you fat bitch. Go ahead and light it up, you angry, angry bitch. Do your thing. And she did. And that's fine. I can replace things, so I don't really care. But yeah, we walked away. But I was in a kind of a bitter and resentful place in my life. I was still young. I was 26, 27 years old. Been married. How old was I? No, I was like 20. I was closing in on 30. So maybe 28, 29 years old. It's a long time ago, so I don't really care. But internet dating was just starting to make an appearance, and we were still connecting via dial-up modems. So anybody remember the dial-up modems that ring, bing, bing, bing as it's trying to connect? 2400 baud modems, or maybe it was 19.2 by then. I don't remember, but we were still connecting by modems. And internet dating was not really a thing, but there were message boards, and they were just starting to show up. And I obviously threw myself into that because I was still working 60, 70 hours a week, man. I didn't have time to go out and meet women. And I'm 5'9". And when you're 5'9", women will absolutely look right through you because you're not 6 foot. This is not something new. This has been around forever. So every single time I'd say, you know, walk up, hi, my name is Scott. I think you're really, you seem like a really pretty and interesting person. Do you mind if I buy you a drink? And you get turned down. That's another brick in the wall. All right. That's what that is. And when you spend 5, 6, 7 months doing that, you start to get really, really bitter towards anything that has a vagina. That's why my dogs have always been male. To this day, my dog has always been male because he's not going to reject me because I'm not 6 foot. Fuck you. So you didn't know that, Belle, did you? You didn't know that, did you?
I did not.
No, you know what is
it makes a lot of sense coming from the perspective I've had of your best friend for what, 15 years?
Yes, what is Harvey? Is he a boy or a girl?
He's a boy.
He's a boy dog, and he's always with me, and he always accepts me as who I am. Doesn't give a fuck. Any girl dog is gonna say, "Well, no, you're not 6 foot." It doesn't matter. I was in a dark place. I was in a very, very dark place in my life, and I met a girl online, of all places, and I'm kind of in an oddball person throughout my entire life, and this includes my sailor life. I have only ever had intercourse with 6 women my entire life, and I'm 53 years old. 6 women that I've actually had intercourse with. This includes stops to Thailand, Philippines, Singapore, the complete Westpac, Western Pacific, and all of those places. I've been to Vietnam. I've been to Thailand. Thailand is fantastic, by the way. But throughout my entire life, I've had intercourse with 6 women, and that's it. What I'm saying is I don't give it up very easy, and I spent 17 days in Sydney staying in a different women's house every single night and didn't have intercourse with any of them because I'm a gentleman and I have high self-worth for myself. That's how I rationalize it. Maybe I was just a big pussy. I don't know. Doesn't matter. So I just coming off the tail end of a divorce to a really fat, bitter, angry Italian broad. And I was like, spent 6 months getting rejected in bars. Probably me. I mean, I'm not going to say it's just because I'm not 6 foot. Maybe I just come off wrong. I mean, I can look back on it differently now because I'm an older man, and I can look back and say, maybe you're just a prick. Could have been that too. But I was trying to assign blame for why it wouldn't work for me. Doesn't matter. Met a girl online. She doesn't know I'm 5'9", even though I disclosed that I'm 5'9", but you don't know what 5'9" is until it's standing next to you. And it turns out that she was 5'1", and she's one of the number 6. Let me tell the story. So we go out, and I am pissed. I am bitter. I am resentful, and I'm barefoot, Belle. Do you see that? I'm barefoot. Is this gonna bother you? You look like you got a bitchy expression coming on your face right now. Just me telling this story. Should I tell this story?
Tell the story.
Okay.
And no, it's not because you're in bare feet.
Well, I'm Bohemian tonight. I'm Bohemian, even though my family is Czech. My family is Czech. We're
You know what?
Czechoslovakian.
You know what? I'm sorry, but you've been my best friend for about 15, 16 years now.
Good. Then don't fucking judge me, and you're starting to slur a little bit. Are you going to fall over, Belle? Drink up. Drink up. Okay, so this is such a fucked up story. I don't want to tell it, but it seems like this is the kind of show to tell this. So I meet a girl online, and we're not actively texting because cell phones are not really a thing. You guys have to understand this. This is not really a thing yet. And we're talking online, sending messages, and it looked like it was going to work out. And, I said, sure, okay, let's meet up. Let's have this. So we meet up, and we go to a restaurant. And I don't remember, don't ask me for the specific details. It doesn't matter. But I ordered the ribeye. All right. I ordered the ribeye with garlic mash, side of macaroni and cheese because I like macaroni and cheese, house salad, and wine. I don't even drink wine, but I wanted to seem like the kind of guy that lives his life with his pinky in, shut up, Bill, that lives his life with the pinky in the air. So I ordered red wine because you're going to want red wine with me, right? Right? I don't know this shit because I don't drink that. I'm a bourbon guy. But the total bill, and this was back in like 1995 or 96. The total bill was like $180 because I ordered the big shit. She ordered like salmon or something like that, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going to disclose her name because she's a victim in all of this. And yeah. And when it came time for the bill to come down, and now keep in mind, I asked her out. And anytime a gentleman asks out a lady, I'm going to say right now, I'm making the call on this, that the gentleman is to pay. All right. You made the decision to ask her out. You took the onus on yourself that you're going to buy her dinner. But when the bill came, guess what happened to Scott? T-Rex arms. Oh my God, I don't know where my wallet is. I've forgotten my wallet. And I'm like looking through I was wearing a coat and tie, but I'm looking through everything. It's like, oh my God, I left my wallet. I don't know what to do here. And she stepped right up. Belle, go ahead and say that. You know what? I'll take care of this. Go ahead and say that, Belle.
Okay, I'll take care of this.
Oh my God, you are such a sweetheart. Thank you. I'll get you squared up. I got cash in my wallet. And not only that, but while we were waiting, this is where it gets really ugly. While we were waiting for the bill to be settled, I ordered another bottle of wine because now I knew it was on her. I knew it was on her. I was such a dick. I'm going to burn in hell for this forever. But you know what? We've opened this box, so let's all go through this together. But yeah, I ordered another bottle, not a glass. A full bottle of wine. And it was house wine, man. I didn't order the top shelf. It was bullshit house wine. So it was like $22. But it's not the point. The point was that at that moment, I know I got her. I was like, I gotcha. All right, you're mine. You belong to me for this night. So we're going to go ahead and drink up on your dime. And they brought more wine. I don't even like wine. I don't drink wine. I cannot tell you a good wine from a bad wine. I ain't got any fucking clue. It has nothing
that
to do
is
with
the
me.
one thing that's guaranteed to give me a hangover.
All right. And I'm sure it's everybody. But I had no idea, but I ordered another bottle because I knew she was going to do it. And when I ordered it, when I hit up the waiter and I said, can you bring us another one of these? I glanced over at her to see the expression. It looked a little bit stoic, like Belle is looking right now with this resting bitch face that she's got going. And that's kind of where it was. But I was like, all right, let's see if we can push this. So I was still a gentleman about it when the bottle came and the waiter cracked it. I poured her glass first. Right, Belle? because that's what a gentleman does. I make sure that the lady is taken care of, and she should be because she's paying for all this shit. So I filled up her glass. I filled up mine. I took one sip. I set it down. And then I said, you know what? I'm kind of done here. So I have a whole bottle of wine, which she's paying for right now. And I said, you know what? Would you like to get out of here? What do you say at that point, Belle? In that part of the date, what do you say at that point when I say, you know what? Would you like to get out of here? We got a full bottle of wine, 2 glasses poured, 1 sip taken out of each glass. And I say, you know what? Maybe it's time to get out of here. Are you ready to go? Would you like to go for a walk or something like that? What do you say at that point, Belle?
Oh God, there's too much that goes into that to make that decision at that time. It depends on how the date has gone overall. Are you charming?
I am charming. I'm very charming.
What have you guys talked about? Do you have a lot of similar interests, or what the same goals in life?
My interests are whatever her interests are. All right, I'm a chameleon at that point. Whatever revs her engine, that's what I'm into. I am that fucking dangerous in that buck. And you know goddamn good and well that as long as I listen to your blathering, agree with it, and maybe add a little bit to it, you know you're in, right?
But what if she's like me and doesn't do a lot of needless blathering? That's the trump card.
Then I will fill the gap. But I will keep it in subjects that you find interesting and intriguing. I will absolutely do that. I am 100% a chameleon. Whatever you need, I am there to provide it. That's the position that I was in at that point. That's exactly where I was at. I had a 80-year-old man's wisdom when I was 29 years old. I was there. So naturally, she said, sure. Knowing that there's a full bottle of wine that I just ordered that she had to pay for because she volunteered to do it. Had she not volunteered to do it, we would have not ordered that. I would have gotten an additional water for the... Oh my God. I would have gotten an additional water for the table. Because she ain't paying shit for that. And we would have sipped our water and we would have left. But she said, I will take care of it. So wine is on its way. I took a sip of the glass and that's it. That fucker's cracked. We ordered it. It will be paid for. And she did. So we get up and we leave. I stand up. I pull her chair out for her because I'm a gentleman. I pull her chair out for her and she settles the bill. And we go ahead and head on out. Now, I was good enough to drive. I was not intoxicated, not even close. I'm a bourbon drinker, and I was sipping fucking wine. She was the one who was drinking all the wine. I knew this. That was a good thing. Because what happens to girls when they drink a lot of wine, Belle? What happens to girls?
I mean, most of them, their clothes start coming off. However,
yeah.
Not every woman is a wine drinker.
Well, this particular one was. I'm not talking about every woman, and I'm not making those kind of general. I am making an extreme generality.
I had to make
specific.
that clear.
Sure, because you're trying to say that I've had wine and I'm not a whore. I get it, Belle. I'm with you. All right, we're fine. But this particular girl, this particular one was. So I'm bone sober. I've been sipping wine. That's it. And eating a great big old steak that she bought for me. She was such a sweetheart. So we go and we get in my car. That's great. What was I driving? It was not the Bronco because Tina got that in the divorce, the bitch. It was beautiful, guys. The Eddie Bauer edition Bronco. And anybody who harkens back to that age, and I know you do, Jason, it was the Eddie Bauer edition Bronco, man. This thing was tip top. I took really good care of my shit. To this day, I take really good care of my vehicles. It was flawless. She got it in the divorce, and I got the single cab long bed Ford F-150. That's what I got, this hunk of fucking shit. And it was a manual. That's how old I am, that I can still drive a manual transmission. But we get on.
You know what? You can beat the shit out of manuals. So
I can
come
beat
on.
the shit out of manuals. They're fine with it because this is how it works. Anyway, I hold the door open because I'm a gentleman. I help her into the car. I'm holding her forearm, not her elbow, because that's how you walk, but I'm holding her forearm just slightly, just to let her know that I'm there if she was to happen to fall out of the big truck. I got you. So I help her into the car. Perfect gentleman, shut the door for her. I go around, I get in. So I'm like, so, you know what? I'm not really sure I'm up for a walk after all that wine, which I really didn't drink. What say I just take you home? And she's like, oh, okay. And we start driving. We're 20 minutes from the restaurant to her apartment. And on the way, I was like, would you maybe, maybe have a nightcap when we get to your place? Belle, hey, look at me. Look at me. Would you maybe like to have a nightcap when we get to your place? What do you say after such a pleasant evening?
Sure.
Sure. And she did. So I was like, you know what? Let's stop and get something. So on the way home, there's liquor stores. We were in Minneapolis. They're fucking everywhere. We stop at at a liquor store, and her and I, which I go around and open her door for her, and I help her out of the truck. And we go in, and I grab a bottle of wine, and I put it up there. I don't know if it's good wine or bad wine. I don't know wine. It was red wine. That's what I know. We put it up there. The guy rings it up, and guess what happens to Scott at that moment, Belle? What do you think happens to Scott at that very moment?
I don't know. What happens?
T-Rex arms. Oh my God, I'm checking. Oh my God, I left my wallet out in the truck. I left my wallet. This is so embarrassing. Can you wait right here? I'm going to run out there, and I'm going to go ahead and get my wallet. What do you think she said at that moment, Belle? What do you think she said?
Okay, you go get that, and I'll be right here. It's fine.
Nope, that ain't what she said. She said, oh, I'm right here. She opens up her little purse and she takes out her credit card and she puts it up there and she pays for the wine. You bet she did. So, yes, we take the wine. I help her back in. Perfect gentleman. We get back up there and we go in the truck. We go up there and we go to her place. It's a nice apartment. It is modest. I appreciate that. I'm a very Spartan kind of guy. I don't need lots of decoration or shit like that as long as it is utilitarian, meaning usable. I'm fine with that. I don't have a lot of decoration. She went with chrome and glass. I appreciate that. I like that. It's very easy to clean. It's very easy to keep glass clean, Belle. You know why? Nothing fucking sticks to glass. So I appreciate that. We sit at her kitchen table. I pop the wine because I'm such a gentleman. I pour her a glass. I pour me a glass. I sip it and she kind of hits it. And we talk. And we talk for hours because that's what you do. Now, does this not sound like a wonderful, wonderful evening, Belle, aside from the fact that she's paid for every bit of this?
It actually does.
Okay. Well, let's go off the rails here a little bit because let me tell you how this date ended up. So, one thing leads to another. And as it turns out that as women have lots and lots of wine, their clothing tends to fall off. Belle, do you agree with that?
I mean, again, I've witnessed many a time where that has been exactly the case.
Yes, and this happened to be exactly that case. I leaned in to kind of whisper something. I was like, I got to tell you a secret. Can I tell you a secret, Belle? Is that okay? May I tell you a secret?
Yeah, you can
So
tell me.
I lean in to tell her a secret, and I kind of kiss her on the cheek. And what do you think happens then?
Oh God, I don't know.
Yeah, you know what happens. You know exactly what you would do. Toot knows exactly what she would do. This charming fucking guy who has been absolutely perfect the entire night that leans in close to whisper something in your ear and happens to kiss you on the cheek. You know what happens. You goddamn well know what happens because that's exactly what happened. Now, here's where it went completely off the rails, and this is the kind of darkness that I was in. We saunter over to her bedroom, clothes are being stripped off as they go. I'm not helping her, she's not helping me. We all know what's about to happen, and off they go. We make it over to her place, and she was number 4, by the way, because I told you I've had intercourse with 6 women in my entire life. She was number 4. So we make it into the bedroom. One thing leads to another, and we end up having intercourse. I lasted approximately 30 seconds. If even that. I had a condom on because I happened to have one in my pocket, Bell, because that's what gentlemen do. They keep a condom happy or handy. And I lasted a good 30 seconds because I knew what was about to happen. So 30 seconds in, I'm done. And here's where it goes completely off the rails. You ready to hear the rest of this story, Belle, or should I just table this for the next show?
Okay.
Which one? You got to give me an answer. Do I tell the story or do I table it till
Tell
the next
the
show?
story.
Okay. So after that, I roll off. It was pure missionary. Nothing big. I didn't look at her. No eye contact, no kissing, no anything. I stand up out of the bed. Right afterwards, I take the condom off. I drop it on the floor. I walk out of the bedroom. I don't say a word. I don't make eye contact. I don't do anything. And as I'm walking out of the bedroom, I start picking up my clothes and I start putting my clothes on. Now, for some reason, after this completely disappointing sexual act, she puts on a robe and follows me out. I remember it to this day. I'll never forget it. It was a perfect white silk robe that is almost shiny. You know, when the light hits it, you know the kind of robe I'm talking about. Meaning that it's not real silk, it's cheap silk, and that's fine. But I'm putting all my clothes on, and I'm fully dressed by the time she gets back out there. And she comes out, and she doesn't say anything. She just kind of looks at me. And I look back at her, and I say, you know, I really got to go. And she just says, okay. And before I go, though, I reach over and I grab her purse. It was sitting up there on the, not granite, that cheap apartment kind of granite tile shit. I grab her purse. Yeah. And I'm making eye contact with her the whole time. All right. While we're doing that, I take her wallet out of her purse. I snap it open and I take $40, two $20 bills out of her wallet. I hold it up to her. I show them and I'm like, you know, rubbing them together so that she can see that there's definitely two of them. I put them in my pocket and I close the purse or her little wallet. I pick in her purse and I just start walking to the door. I'm fully dressed, got all my shit. And I say, you know what? I had a wonderful time. I'll talk to you. And I leave the front door. I close the door behind me and I just walk down the hall, get in my truck and I drive home. Now, I gotta ask you, Belle, what the fuck was going through her mind at that very moment? Because not only was that a bad date, that was a horrible date. Not only was that a sexual experience, it was a horrible sexual experience. And I took $40 from her. What? And you know, here's the bear. You ready, Belle? The very moment that I got home, I was 44 minutes from her apartment across Minneapolis. But it was late at night. The traffic wasn't bad. So it was 44 minutes. And by the time I got home, I logged into my computer. I opened up that messaging app. And she sent me a message. And all it said was, I had a wonderful time tonight. When can we do it again? That was the message. Now, I've never talked to her since. That was completely cut off. But let me ask you, Belle, from the female perspective, what made her send that message? Why the fuck would she do that? And how fucked up am I? And the most important question, is she still thinking about it or talking about it to her friends this entire experience? Go ahead, Belle.
She might be thinking about it, but even though she was polite and sent that message, the one thing going through her head was that fucking asshole.
Okay. So let me ask you this. We'll go ahead and pile onto that a little bit. Had I responded and said, "Hey, can we do this again? I had a wonderful time. You're such good company. I'm really, I really feel for you. I think that we have some kind of real connection here. Would you like to go out to dinner again?" If I sent that very message, what would she have said?
Likely she would have said yes. However, that does not apply to all personalities. Apparently, she just needed more than what you were willing to give.
Yes, and what I was willing to give at that moment was, I just got divorced. I'm bitter. Women suck. Let's see what a prick I can be and still get her to respond. She was number 4 of 6 women that I've actually had intercourse with through my life. And I was a single sailor, a single Westpac sailor. I'm just pointing that out to illustrate the discipline that I had, even when I was way, way, way back then. She would have said yes, wouldn't she have, Belle?
It depends on what she had going on herself, but likely yes.
Based on all of the information that I've given you, would she have said yes?
I mean, again, likely, especially with that message that she sent after.
Yes. So, Brian, you're doing it wrong, bro. You are simply doing it wrong. Belle, say something because your mic kind of cut out.
All right, so
Okay, we're
Leeson,
good. Yes, go ahead. Questions, go.
Leeson hit us with a $5 super chat saying, I don't drink. Scott and Bell, take a shot for me. Your choice of drink. Water counts. Laugh out loud.
Bray Ranch. Go ahead.
Siggy fan, could be worse. It could be Mad Dog 2020. Don't wish that on my enemies.
Oh my God, man. It's not even Mad Dog, dude. Do you remember one called Thunderbird? Do you remember Thunderbird? This was back in my smoking pot and dead broke days when I was a young teen in Chino, California. I lived in Chino, California. Whoever remembers Chino, it was Thunderbird. Thunderbird was the big thing. You could get this big ass bottle of it for like $1. It was rock gut. I mean, this was not alcohol, but it would get you there. And that's all it takes. And apparently, when you're dating the way that I dated in my late 20s, that's all it took. But as long as she's paying for it, you might as well order the good stuff. Belle, carry on.
All right, so Micah, I don't know what to do with Scott anymore.
Dude, I'm there for you, man. Look, Opolis is going to be a big deal. All right. I'm working for you. You're working for you. We're going to be a big deal. I would love for you to say that you guys are going to integrate Sigia Cloud into your platform. You know that we are the only reasonable solution for the stuff that you guys are doing. That's what I want from you. All right. You want from that every single customer and enterprise customer that we get is going to be one that's going to be pitched to you. Your goal is to convince these enterprise clients that have been stuck doing the same thing they've been doing for years and years to actually go with you because it's a better deal. I will put them at the table. You're are the one that are going to have to get them there, but I'm going to need a little something for it. I'm not asking you for money. I'm saying use Sigia Cloud. Hope that answered the question, Bo. Carry on.
Fisherman, but did you get an allowance for housing because you got married?
No, bro. I got to pay for everything. Every fucking thing. Her money was her money. My money was our money. What married man recognizes this? It was a bad situation, dude. I was young. I didn't know my way around anything. We had intercourse once a month. That was it. It was a Saturday morning, the fourth Saturday of every single week. That's when we had intercourse. Aside from that, we did not. We were effectively platonic roommates the entire rest of the time. And if I would have been a more mature man and recognized what was happening here, it would have never fucking happened. But women will do the same fucking thing to a man that I did to this very, very nice girl who, after I gave her the most miserable night of her life, but I was charming, still messaged me and would have gone out on a second date with me. Hope that answered the question, Belle. Carry on.
Micah, I needed Scott to talk about his ex today. It's healing.
Talk about my what?
Ex.
What about my ex? Oh, okay. I thought you meant like X as in Twitter. Yeah, bro, I'm here to help you. All right, look, man, I'm a problem solver. I've been through a lot of shit. And if it helps you get through your day, I'm here for you. And I know you're high as a son of a bitch, and I know you smoke the good stuff. I didn't really know what the good stuff was until me and Belle went to Denver. And I found out what the good stuff was when we went to that dispensary. Remember that thing? $100, man. And I walked out with shit that will expand your mind and expand your consciousness. And what the fuck are they putting in dope over there? That's what I walked out with. And I still have some. So Micah, I get it. I know you're, Me and you, man, we're on the same wavelength. Odds are good you're high, or you wouldn't be commenting on the fucked up story that I just told. And this is absolute fact. Bell, carry on.
Micah was bitter. You sure that's past, buddy?
Yeah, bro, I'm over it, man. Look, I don't know, man. I hit the wall right around 40. I was just like, all right, look, this is what a guy does. This is what a man does. He earns, he provides, and he's going to have to self soothe and self heal. Deep down, women always say, well, I want to talk. Let's talk about your. They don't want to hear about your fucking feelings, dude. As soon as you start talking about your feelings or where you are or what you are,
That's bullshit.
Nope, they're already thinking about the next guy that they're going to fuck. All right, because you ain't it. As soon as you do that, man, you go from provider and stability and the solid bedrock and a foundation to this guy that she has to give sex to but doesn't want to give sex to. Don't be that fucking guy, man. Look, you're a man. Keep it inside, man. Keep it inside. Do it the right way. All right. You keep it all internal. You explode every now and again, and you die at 55 of a massive coronary, but you die with your boots on. Do it the right way. All right. Don't be that fucking guy that she goes to Twitter about and posts like messages that you send her. Don't be that fucking guy, man. All right. Just keep it inside. What's wrong? Nothing, and mean it. All right, because you self-soothe, you self-heal. Just be that guy. Belle, carry on.
Mel, give me rum.
Give me rum. I'm not a rum drinker because there's a lot of sugar in rum. Belle, is that not correct?
That is correct. It's made from sugar.
Yeah, and I don't do sugar anymore. So I'm bourbon is the way that I know that God still loves me because there's no calories and no sugar in it. So bourbon. There you go. Belle, carry on.
Sofa Ninja, the alcohol to clothing ratio is spot on. More alcohol, less clothes, and vice versa.
Exactly right, man. Look, this is a universal truth that the young men, and by the way, Jason, me, you, I don't know how old Micah is, but he does not have like neck wrinkles yet, so he's not quite up there. This is our job now, dude, is to push our wisdom onto the younger male so that they have an easier go of it than we had. You don't have to figure out women. We already did that. All right, we already did that. We're telling you, fucking do this. Just fucking listen. It will fucking work. Belle is going to not nod her head. She's going to be sitting there pissy right now. No, that's not true. But deep down, she knows it's true. All right, we're helping you. We're here to help. We're spreading wisdom. That's what we do now. Belle, please carry on.
That's it for this evening. Although Mel agrees with me and saying, okay, when I jumped in and said that's bullshit, she agrees with me and says big bags of BS.
Nope, I'm 100% right. And I proved it. I could prove it again. I could prove it right now. But I'm not about that because, again, I have higher self-worth. So I'm not just going to give it away. You got to earn it. You got to look at me. Look at me in that thing as I'm fucked up on a live stream saying lots of cursing. All right. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is clearly a little bit different than what we normally do, but maybe it's that time. Maybe it's time for us to start spreading life wisdom. I would love to hear on the next stream Belle's horror date story. Do you have one of those? Because most women do.
I actually don't. Okay. I was innocent until I got married at fucking 19.
All right, then you did it wrong. And but I'll tell you what, we're gonna go out. We're gonna seek guests that'll tell us these horror stories just so we can comment on them because that's funny. All right, it is timeless. It's evergreen. It applies to everybody, and that's kind of what we need to do here. Omniflix broadcast channel is live. If you go over to omniflix.tv. Scroll down just a little bit, look for the live channels. You're going to see the podcast on there. It's a blast from the past. It's all of our crypto videos that we did that were meaningful at the time that mean absolutely dick now. And I don't hide from my past. I celebrate my past. So go over there, take a look. If you're ever lonely and say, boy, I wish I could hear Scott. We're live 24/7, 365. Go take a look. Had a wonderful time. Guys, we're going to be back on Monday. We're going to change up the format. If you're here for crypto, tune in Monday morning when I release a video. But come Monday evening, it's going to be topical type of stuff. We're going to say this is what has got everybody hot and bothered right now. Belle and I are going to give our opinion. All right, we're flying back into this stuff. We have to grow the audience because we're selling an app, but believe it or not, it is our passionate wheelhouse all the way around. You guys have seen me lose my shit constantly. You haven't really seen Belle do it, but I promise you will. So, yeah, we're doing that pivot because we can keep doubling down on what's not working, or we can just simply embrace what will. And that's what we're going to be doing. I got nothing else. I had a wonderful time tonight. Clearly, I'm a little bit tuned up, but that's what you get for doing a bourbon stream. Belle is going to talk us up. She's going to take us out. Wonderful time tonight, guys. Thanks for joining us on a very rare Saturday. Belle, do your thing.
All right, again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who joined us this evening, we cannot say thank you guys enough. We do appreciate each and every one of you guys and the comments and questions you send our way. We are going to be back on Monday night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. In between now and then, if you guys have any other comments, questions, or concerns, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to either Scott or myself, Scott at ThePodocasts.com or Bella at ThePodocasts.com, and we'll get those answered for you. Again, we can't thank you enough, guys, and we'll see you next time.